it's Miss Strnisha. I miss you all so much and I hope that you're doing well. I wanted to share one of my favorite books with you today. This book is called Socrates and it's by Rascal and Gert Bogaerts. We know that good readers ask themselves questions before, during, and after the story. So I want you to keep those questions in your mind. What are you wondering? What are you thinking? What are you predicting as I read this story? Now, before we start reading, good readers always take a second to look at the front and they access their prior knowledge or their schema, all those filing cabinets that we have in our brains of all the stuff that we already know. Think of that lint roller that rolls across and picks up all the information as we go on through life. So I'm asking myself right now, wonder why this dog has glasses on. I know that people wear glasses so that they can see better, so I'm wondering, maybe this dog needs to see better? Maybe we'll find out. Socrates was an orphan. His parents had been snatched up by the dog catcher and taken to the pound, leaving Socrates to live alone on the streets. He dreamed of a home other than his cardboard box, and, more than anything else, Socrates dreamed of having a friend. He looked to the other street dogs for company, but they just snarled and growled. They wouldn't share their scraps, and Socrates was left to rummage through the garbage cans on his own. It seemed to Socrates that he was always alone. Every night he wandered the streets, wagging his tail at passers-by, hoping that one of them would take him home. But the people just looked the other way. Poor thing, some of them would mutter, but they always kept their eyes on the ground. Then one day, as Socrates was scouring the street for something to eat, he found the most curious thing. Socrates sniffed and examined this new thing. It certainly wasn't something to eat. Socrates discovered the thing fit his nose perfectly. Perhaps this will help, Socrates thought, and then he went on his way. Socrates stepped inside the flower shop. For the first time, no one chased him away. The florist took a look at him and laughed, a friendly laugh. Then he gave Socrates a quick pat on the head. Socrates thought the flowers looked brighter than they ever had been before. Next, Socrates went to the toy shop. The toy shop owner smiled and said, "Here you go, boy." Then he handed Socrates a bit of his sandwich. The toys seemed to be smiling too. Socrates could hardly believe his eyes. All day, Socrates roamed the streets. Everywhere he went, there were smiles, pats on the head, and treats. Extraordinary, thought Socrates as he looked at his reflection. This thing on my nose must be magical. As the day ended, Socrates heard music. And when he turned the corner, he found the music maker. The musicians looked at Socrates. "Hey there, friend," he said, giving Socrates a pat. Then the musician squinted at Socrates and said, "I see you've found my glasses. And good thing too, I can't see a thing without them. If you hadn't come along, I have never been able to find my way home." The musician laughed and stretched his hand out towards Socrates. Socrates pulled back. What? He thought. Give back this magical thing? The thing that had helped him find food? This thing that made so many friends? Then Socrates looked at the musician. He imagined him wandering blindly through the streets looking for his home. He imagined him hungry. Slowly, Socrates stepped forward. The musician took the glasses. Then he gave Socrates a strong pat. "Thanks, fella," he whispered. "A good friend like you deserves a special treat. Let's go home and cook up some dinner. And then Socrates knew that he had indeed found something magical after all, a friend. Okay. So remember, at the end of the story, good readers ask themselves questions. So maybe what would happen next? You can use sentence stems such as I wonder, I can infer, I can predict. And those will help you maybe make some inferences and predictions about what might happen next in the story, or what you think these two friends are going to do now that they find each other. How is Socrates going to adjust now that he doesn't have the glasses anymore? So think about those questions that you have in your brain. And my class, if you are watching, feel free to share those with me. I would love to know what you're wondering after you read the story, what you think about the story. This is one of my favorites. I think it's so cute. Those of you who know me know that I wear glasses too. I have my contacts in now, but I do need extra things to help me see. So I think it's cute that this dog found the glasses and they were able to help him see too. I miss you. I will see you soon in the next video, and stay tuned.